E ngā taumata kōrero o te motu nei rā a mihi mati here kārere. Kia koutou.
Tau mai rā ki tō tātou marae horo nei, tēnā koutou katoa.
It's been a huge weekend for New Zealand sport, and it's not over yet. This morning, the Kiwis played England in the semi-final of the Rugby League World Cup. Tomorrow morning, the All Blacks play the Irish, one final test to confirm their status among the greats.
Yeah, lots of bleary-eyed and tiredness this morning. Soon we're going to talk with sports commentator Jenny-may Coffin about these epic clashes, but first, here's the highlights from the Kiwis match against England, played in front of 70,000 fans at Wembley Stadium.
Graham right up to the line, flat ball, this will be a turn, and Laughlin's over. Sean O'Loughlin has gone over for England. As well, Williams, he's able to hang on, last tackle for New Zealand. Foreign will kick out towards Shanley, up goes Nightingale, big bet back. Mannering's there for New Zealand, still the last tackle, it's on the deck, it's play on for Luke. Luke 8 metres away, oh, long ball, on the bounce, Tuivasa on the far right, and Tuivasa's second score. Team Marae may have produced a great Wembley moment.
Suarez possession, both feet are now in the air. He has released the ball, let's play on.
What a shot, Team Marae. What about that shot?
Okay,
I couldn't think of one word. Incredible. That's the best last tackle play I've ever seen in my whole life.
Just 3 metres away from the line. Here's Luke. There's Johnson leaping onto the ball. Look, here's the chance in the corner. Tuivasa set, deadly step. Absolutely deadly. 14 to 8 to the Kiwis. Graham out the back. They come. The build-up's good. What a ball. Watkins is over. Kellen Watkins scores for England. Played by Burgess and Roby. Sinfield, he set them away again. Look at Burgess, they will not stop him. Sam Burgess, he may be lighted after that. It may be Sam Burgess. What a moment to score for England. Uasala dummy half, high ball, Johnson shall score. Sean Johnson has scored. Sean Johnson has scored with 20 seconds on the clock. Sean Johnson for New Zealand send the Cup champions into the final. Here we go. In the early hours of the morning in New Zealand, they celebrate as Johnson has done it. And New Zealand win by 2.
What a match. Okay, joining me now to analyse the league result and preview the AB's final test is sports commentator Jenny-may Coffin. Tēnā koe.
Morena, te manahau.
Kiwis a bit fortunate this morning?
Oh, look, England were the better team, but the most important thing is the Kiwis get to go through to the final and defend their title. It was an epic match. I got up at 2 a.m. to watch it, and my heart's still pumping, actually, because they were down and out in that game. It was 1 minute to go. We didn't actually see the tackle that happened on Sonny Bill Williams, which led to the Sean Johnson try. So, I mean, they'll be counting their lucky stars, that's for sure, that they'll be going through to play.
They were a bit rattled this morning, I hear. They, you know, for the first time in the tournament, they were rattled.
Well, it's the first time they've been tested. Sean Johnson, who we saw there, who was the match winner in the end, he went from zero to hero because essentially throughout the game he was under pressure, he made some poor decisions. He said at half-time, I'm panicking essentially in that first half.
And he's a bit like that. He's a bit hot and cold, isn't he?
He can be a little bit hot and cold, and he was exactly that in that game. But when it counted,
he was hot when it counted.
He was hot. But I mean, yeah, the Kiwis haven't been put under that type of pressure throughout the entire tournament, and I think the pressure they'll be a different team come to the finals because they've got into the final, and I think that was probably the biggest thing for them is getting ahead of England, who were in front of 60,000 fans at Wembley. Amazing atmosphere there. So that was, you know, that was a big test for them. Whereas you look at the Kangaroos played against Fiji, absolutely smashed them. So it'll be interesting to see how the Kangaroos pull up
There is an injury concern in the Kiwi side, and that's Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. He's been a standout through the whole tournament, so he'll be a huge loss if he doesn't play.
Yeah, I think he will play. It's the World Cup final. This is why you play the game. So I think, yep, he's under an injury cloud. He got injured during that game, but he got up, almost scored again. So I think he'll be fine. What I am hoping, though, is that Manu Vatuvei will come back into the side. He was out of that game with an injury, and also Frank Pritchard. I think the forwards were showing up a little bit in that match. But also, what England did expose with the Kiwis is when they went out onto the fringes, and there's no better team at exposing that than the Kangaroos. So, you know, the Kiwis, they have to look at how they're going to pick themselves up after this game, how they handled the pressure, because they clearly didn't. They had 15 errors in that match. But, yeah, honestly, I'm just stoked.
Still buzzing, still buzzing.
It was an epic game, it really was.
Well, you're buzzing now. You're going to be buzzing even more because there's another match on the way later on. Wednesday, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning.
2:30.
All Blacks taking on the Irish. Now, the Irish prop, Sean Healy, has come out in the press and says he hates the haka. And he doesn't like the name All Blacks, so he doesn't use it. He calls our team New Zealand.
Look, I get it. He's trying to demystify, you know, the mana of the All Blacks. So I guess that's why he's saying, look, you know, I don't like calling them the All Blacks. I just like to refer to them as New Zealand. But on the other side, I think, you know, what a muppet. What better way to fire up the All Blacks and say, don't like the haka, don't like calling them the All Blacks. But yeah, I kind of get it. The thing is, though, is they're on a hiding to nothing. In 108 years, they've never managed to beat the
He's
All
carrying
Blacks.
the baggage of 108
Absolutely.
years.
Let it go, brother. I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow morning. But, you know, in 27 tries, they've never beaten the All Blacks. They've had one draw. So tomorrow in Dublin, yeah, I think the All Blacks will be too strong. But the other thing about the All Blacks team, too, is they're looking for that perfect record. 14 wins. Which would make them the first team in the professional era to go through an entire season unbeaten. So, you know, they fell away last year when they lost to England. They had the opportunity to do it then. So I don't think that they'll let that opportunity go this time around.
An exciting time for TJ Perenara.
Oh, this is the thing that I'm most excited about. We're going to see him come off the bench. It's going to be his debut for the All Blacks. He's been hampered by injury, unfortunately. Everybody knows what talent he is. He's got the X factor, this kid. So he broke his ankle last year. He's been that injury still kind of been bugging him throughout this season. So it'll be awesome to see how he copes with being in that All Blacks environment. So yeah, he'll be replacing one of the other young Māori boys, Aaron Smith.
Yeah. Oh, is it Aaron Smith?
Aaron Smith is starting.
And Tawara's out of the side.
Tawara's out of the side.
Out.
Yep, with TJ coming in. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what this kid can produce. The only thing is he hasn't had that much game time, so we can't expect too much from him. But at least we'll get a glimpse of what he's capable of.
But he'll have he's got awesome players around him, so
Absolutely.
he'll just fire.
This All Black side is a confident side, so, you know, he's a confident young man.
Well, I'm magnificent at doing predictions. I can usually pick scores just like that. I picked the Melbourne Cup winner this year on Te Karere, but give us your score for tomorrow morning, Jenny-may. Tell us what the score's going to be.
I don't know what the score will be.
How much?
But I think the All Blacks they'll put on a few points against Ireland. I don't think
sitting on the fence there.
Yeah, no, I just think they'll win. That's the main thing.
They'll win. I say they win by about 20 or 30. That's my prediction.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
Okay. Tēnā koe, ngā mihi nui ki a koe, mo tō whakawātea mai a koe. Kia ora rai te tuahine.